He actually even went on Zoom with me to try and get me to understand where everything was and to get me signed on and stuff like that. So that's basically how I've been operating since then. So, but I'm anxious to get this process kind of over and completed. Again, we don't have a lot of time, but, all right, so I'll keep the chair. Who wants to be vice chair?
I'd be happy to be your vice chair.
Larry, vice. So, secretary? Anybody?
Secretary, I can do that.
Can you do that? Is that, it won't conflict with anything? Secretary or treasurer, which, I'll throw that out there.
Secretary, I think.
Okay. Secretary. Dave. So, that kind of leaves you as treasurer?
Sounds like a plan.
It's pretty simple accounting, if I remember right. Balance in the checkbook.
Okay. All right, so that takes care of offices. Do we have to do anything to formalize that, or can we just move on
I
here?
think we've been probably, just with the ordinance consensus.
Do we need a motion for it? Jason?
Motion?
I think we're fine.
Okay,
Informal consensus.
all right. So secretary is Jason, treasurer is Dave, right? Right, no, Steve.
Treasurer, secretary.
Steve. Okay. See what I mean about being disorganized? Okay, so we have that out of the way. So the big thing is the grant requests. Has anybody had a chance to look at them online?
I looked at them online. I noticed there was one grant that was eligible for anybody to apply for, as long as they were an artist. That was for up to $5,000, so that was interesting. I did inform a couple of people about that. Yes.
Who was that?
Through Groveland Council?
No, just through the.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They have that as a yearly thing for different categories of artists.
Yeah.
Sculptures, printmaking, crafts, dance, theater,
Okay,
yeah.
all right, well, I'm sorry, and who was that?
That's just through the Mass Council.
No, I mean the person who was requesting the grant.
Oh, nobody.
Oh,
No,
okay.
it's just an open grant.
Yeah.
Oh,
Thank
okay.
you.
I know
To
somebody
artists
was
in
trying to
general.
publish a book and
Yeah.
I told her to get in touch and fill
Yeah.
out the forms.
I think they're closed for this year in terms of requests.
Yeah, she might have to do it for next year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was December 15th for that one.
Yeah,
They were taking,
yeah, they all have different time frames.
Yeah.
They stagger them throughout the year.
as far as what we have, do you have requests?
They're all online. They're all online. If you go on the site,
See if we can do this. See if I can do it from my phone.
Yes.
Apologies, can you move the mic to the other side? It's just that I'm not picking you up.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, plus interest, 6824.90. And then there's I wish I had brought my laptop with me. I didn't,
I think,
I didn't,
I should be able to bring it up.
okay.
I can't remember what password I used.
Do you mind if I look over your shoulder? Yes.
Jason,
Try Hannibal. Oh,
I think
okay.
I'm just.
what do
Oh,
we need to
good.
put him
You
on
got
the
it.
screen?
Great.
So they'll come up with the screen directly?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is there a cable?
But you might have to, we might have to switch you over there to that table over there.
We can do that. I can put it up on the screen. Just, shift locations.
Did you get it yet?
Yeah, I can't remember what
Try
password.
this. Is this the site? Try
Yeah,
this.
I got the site and
Okay.
everything. I just can't remember the password I use, because I write them down at home, because I'll never remember, we got so many passwords.
Okay, yeah, I know, I have a book.
Yeah, I
I
do
have
too.
a pocket book.
What's the website that you got there?
It's massculturalcouncil.smartsimple.com. That Smart Simple bypasses all the crap and gets you to the actual page that you need.
We're trying to connect it directly to the smart board directly. Okay, just need the out, line, just connect it directly. Okay, so. Am I reading?
That's the most important.
Well, the Smart Simple?
To avoid that.
Hmm.
You have those PC? Yeah. So that would have connected in, correct? Want to make sure it's
Did you find it?
Yep, I have it, and register, this gives me like those two options.
Have you registered yet?
No, I haven't,
Okay, then you,
unfortunately, which I was supposed to do, I believe, but.
okay, well, you want to register on there, right?
But I'm not, the only two options it gives you that is to
Oh,
apply
okay.
for grant.
Did you go in on smartsimple.com?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
There you go.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then when you hit register.
If you connect it here,
Yeah.
you're on Wi-Fi, you can actually go there.
So, this is where we have to apply for a grant.
No, you don't want that.
I would like to apply for a grant.
No.
Okay, so,
Can I see where you are again?
yeah, so just, when you, it comes here,
Yes, that's right.
okay.
So you put your email, you put your password, and if you're new to the system, I'm gonna hit register.
Yep, so, yeah, we hit register, right, like, that's where it brings you here.
Okay.
And like neither one of these things apply to us.
Right,
So, I'm wondering if you can just put something in here
You can try, sure.
and then just. Never mind, that take me from there. I can try to figure this out.
Okay,
And, while we
all right.
go over here, let's see.
Technology.
Technology.
It's great when it works.
Yeah. I'm just gonna turn this on right here.
Oh, what is that?
Is it okay to share it to the public?
Yeah. Yeah, it's great. It's very good.
All right.
When you're on that website, the actual Mass Cultural Council icon, when you want to go to something else, touch back on that, when you're there and come out of it. I had to write that down. Which is why I made notes on these things today, because I'm looking at these things, and I know I've seen them, but I don't actually remember. I was glad to see them. Get a sense, I wanted to spend some time to get a sense of what they were trying to accomplish.
Should we are we going through them in order, or how?
If you like. No, well, Larry and I were talking just about general philosophy on these things. And my personal thing is, since the money is designated for Groveland, my tendency would be probably to look at the Groveland people first and, take care of our own, so to speak, I guess. And look at those first, and unless something really pops out, you think it's a great idea. And I did see a lot of really good ideas here. So it wasn't just, it's one thing to have a theory, but then when you start reading what people are doing. And some of the requests, I ran into a couple of things where the actual total on their projects was in like the tens of thousands. But of course, they weren't asking for that. They were asking for a really smaller amount. So I did make note of that too.
We just go through them in order, I guess that's fine.
Probably the
Yeah,
easiest.
makes sense. Okay.
This one looks like it's the Ragnar PTA.
Yes. And they're taking a trip to the, I think it's the plantation.
Plymouth
Is it-
Plantation,
Yeah, Plymouth Plantation. It's a living museum, and they're going to visit a 17th century English village where
Mhm.
educators teach about the land and the native people, and it's basically for third graders.
So they're taking 75 students, you say?
Oh,
Looks like it, yeah, that's what it says.
Yeah.
75 students.
Yep. Yep. Third graders, and they're paying like $22 each. They're asking for the $22 each, plus the money for the buses and money for the nurse. So that's a big one. They're looking for like $3,000, which unfortunately is like half of our giveaway.
So we only have 6,000 in
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. We only have like, it's actually $6,800.
Okay,
So that's a problem. So,
Let's see,
want to table that, make a question mark?
I like going through them all first.
I was gonna say,
and
maybe we just go through them all
All
so we
right.
understand what
Yeah.
they are.
All right,
Yeah.
great. Okay.
Details on individual ones.
Yeah.
So let's say, next. So this one.
There's that arrow way up at the top, which should take you back, way up on the left.
Oh.
You don't. No. you go, good.
Yeah, so next we have this.
Forged Muse Productions. And they are looking for money for a space for rehearsal and a performance. And they're also looking for 1,500, which is kind of high.
What did you say
Given-
about VZ there? Is that
What?
why they wanted to hold it?
No, it has nothing to do with, oh, yeah, there it is, sorry. It's Performing and Creative Arts Program out of VZ Park for students age 5 to 18. If we don't, the ticket prices are from $5 to $15. They say they will try for more fundraising if it's denied. One question I don't know the answer to is, even though they're asking for 1,500, can we offer them less money?
We can, yes. I think that's up to us,
Yeah?
depending on what we have.
Yeah. I mean, some of the requests are reasonable, there's like 300,
Yeah.
Stuff like
No,
that.
I think we used to do that. We would offer sometimes partial funding if they did specify that they were looking at other sources for funding.
Yeah, we're just gonna look and see if it's covering this, that,
And I also made a note of not-for-profits as opposed to not-for-profits. I'm not sure that plays a big part, but
Did it say on there where they're drawing the actors from that from?
the actors?
Yeah, because they're located in Hayra.
Let me see, some of my notes were, Performing and Creative Arts Program out of VZ Park for students aged 5 through 18. That does show the address. See where it says Amanda Beveridge? In Haverhill? Yeah, but she's doing it at VZ Park. And then there should be if you go to next, it will give you more information about the project.
The different programs they're gonna do for the different age range.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
here's the details. Oh, okay.
Budget. Oops.
I can scroll down if everyone's read that. Anything else in this one we want to look at, or should we move on to the next?
no, I move on to the next unless someone else has questions.
No, I think I'm good familiar.
So that one had said like between 400 and 600 people, I think, like all together, like adults and like high school
Three
age.
programs that are
Yeah.
running and,
So I would imagine that they would come from
yeah. It looks to me like it's kind of general.
kind of like all around.
Yeah, yeah, local.
I think under the budget, it goes under the whole scope of the project, which is let's just get ahead to the next one. So this is to pay VC for use of their building. So they can put on these 3 shows.
Imagine they probably rent the upstairs
Mm.
space for the theater, as a theater space.
I haven't been, apparently, I haven't been up to Visy Park in a really long time.
So this was number 3, which is it's a music project.
Is this Scantamus?
Yep.
They're a choral group out of Newburyport.
Looks like that is being held in Newburyport.
Yeah, yeah, everything they do. And actually,
What, take place in
we,
Swampscott, is that what that said?
we granted them this money last year.
Newburyport,
Now before, down in Swampscott? Is that what that says?
That's what it is there, yeah.
Newburyport and Swampscott, these are like 2 separate dates, right?
Mm.
Okay.
2 performances.
You want to look at anything else on this one?
No, I'm good.
I'm good, yeah.
If you see a definitely not, if anybody sees a definitely don't want to do that, we could probably just mark that off the list. There's a glaring, or a glaring yes.
Next one is runway at Park.
I heard that this was a very successful event last year. I was there for the first time, and they had a great turnout, and
Yeah,
a lot of participation in
okay.
Yeah, I heard similar information about that. I wasn't
Yep.
able to.
it. No, I wasn't either, I wasn't,
But
I was out
heard
of town,
about it.
Okay, so they want $1,000. And what I'm not seeing there is, I forget what the whole total amount of their program was.
Let me see. So you said about 400 people.
Yeah, 100 people, yeah.
400 people, so.
That does stretch out a little bit more because it goes over the benefits of recycling,
Yeah.
and especially with the town
Yeah,
and how much they spend in trash.
Yeah.
Education, all
Absolutely.
in one. I think it's a
Absolutely.
good project.
okay. So, that's the Friends of Easy Park, right? I'm gonna put a big fat Y here.
So for now, I assume we're just going through them and
Yeah.
then after.
Yeah, right.
We'll come back and.
And like I said, if there's something absolutely glaring, where you say, oh, this is good, or this is terrible, you know, we could probably
Yeah.
make a decision on that, not put it in, but just, then we'll have that many less.
Next is Groveland Council on Aging, Artful Age, project. Requested by Groveland Council on Aging. They're asking for 2,500.
Yeah. I'm gonna circle the 2,500. I think that's, you know, again, with $6,800 and 22 requests, that's,
Looks like it benefits about 165 people.
yeah. Arts program for seniors, providing artistic forms and activities to foster, you know, and enhance overall wellness. The problem with something like that is that you have no guarantee of how many people you're getting. I mean, sometimes you make a program like that and
Can you click on the budget? I'd like to see how
go
those
to
numbers
go
look.
to a lot of expense and maybe 8 or 10 people show up.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard to tell how well it's going to be received.
So they're hiring individual artists and performers to do this, looks like?
Yeah.
Yep. And they're asking for half of the cost for teachers, supplies, promotion, and space. Other half is coming from their own budget. Like they have a revolving account that has funds, donations, Friends of the COA. So they do have other sources.
Any other questions on this one that we want to look at? Which doesn't seem to have a good back button.
I don't think you have to. I think in the bottom you can click on next. It'll bring you down to the next project.
Well, you can click it, it goes once, and then what I had to do was, see where the green shield is? And you come down, and then down again, and they have an arrow going this way and an
Yeah.
arrow going that way. On my laptop, I had to click on
The back button?
that one, the left arrow,
I see.
to get back to the list.
I'll try that.
Oh, okay.
Way up there.
So now
Like, if you're within one of the entries though,
You would think,
and then you can click onto the, if you go up, there's like a green, see that where it says 6 of 22?
Yeah, for
Yeah.
some reason it wasn't putting them in order, so I was just making sure that we went this
Mm.
but maybe we
Oh,
can
okay.
try to go that way. Alright, so this is Groveland Historical Society.
for the Pine Speedway.
I have a
Speedway
little
reunion.
question about this one because I know from even when I was on the previous board, we had been funding the Pine Speedway for a number of years. And one of the criteria, if I remember correctly, was that you are supposed to fund the same thing over and over and over again.
I don't know how to check that out. Who would know the answer to
I
that?
think it's probably in this packet somewhere, but I remember that kind of specifically because we were considering
Automatically?
whether or not we should keep funding the same in-town programs on a yearly basis. I know that that it's a popular event and
It
it's
is.
well attended and stuff.
Yeah, but I kind of agree, because when you read some of the programs, they're really good, they're excellent. And so, you know, maybe, I think maybe, I don't know what the rule is on that, but I can see the sense in not automatically doing it every year, because there are other offerings that are decent in here.
So, yeah, I mean, that's just a side note, see if I can find anything out about that.
All right.
because they want $2,000, right?
Yeah.
So this was another one from. Music project.
I'm sorry, which one are you looking at?
Generation.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Now, see, personally, just personally, I think that looks like a great program. It's a cultural review of the 50s through music. The applicant is from Ipswich. The event is a senior center event. And he's done other programs like from the 60s and the 70s that have been successful.
Has he contacted the senior center to?
I don't know. I think right now he's just looking for money. I don't know how much the senior center has, I don't know how many of these organizations have had contact with the venues. Like
Yeah, because it wouldn't be held here because this is our senior center, right?
This is our senior center, that's right.
Yeah, I'm always a little leery of places that have not contacted anybody in town, that are just kind of fishing for.
Money?
Yeah.
Yeah?
It does say, it doesn't have a confirmed location.
Right,
It does say-
right.
Yeah.
I'd like to see somebody that's already contacted somebody in town saying, yes, we'd love to have you come and talk with things.
Well, it would be
Right.
nice if there is if the person they've contacted would come forward with that information.
They should probably have
Yeah.
it on their application.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of key to making this thing happen, because,
All right. Well, I didn't see anything to that effect, but doesn't mean it's not there.
yeah. I'll take a look at that too, 'cause
So this one was.
Francis Hart, The Beat Generation.
I just want,
This was the next, I was the next one,
Oh, the next one is,
Beat Generation is about $300?
sorry. Yep.
Yep.
350, okay.
Next is.
Indigenous Peoples' Day.
24, people goes to Newburyport.
Yep, in the waterfront park.
People is 500. The project overview seems to have the most comprehensive information on this.
Yeah.
Funding for performers, religious performers, speakers, presenters, honoring musicians, dancers, speakers, poets, and who's familiar? Newburyport's People's Day. Public. It's free to the public as well, obviously.
So, well, the ask is reasonable, that's for sure.
They're asking for
400, yeah.
Are we ready to move on to the next one?
Yep.
So, yeah,
So this is a request by Ipswich River Wildlife Sanctuary. Nature project related to the birds of Grove.
All about birds.
Republic DC Park. for about 20.
Mm.
This tabs into that huge information.
What about the
I
budget?
like this one. I would do this.
The thing I was looking for is, I don't know, for something like this, and obviously you guys have a little more experience with it. Something like this, how is it kind of presented to the public? Like, how is it advertised? How is it advertised? How do people how decide?
I noticed when I was going through these that each one was handled individually. There was no,
Yeah,
there's no set,
set way of doing it. My guess is that they do it through the VZ website, as an announcement or something like this that happens.
Yeah.
always.
It does actually, I asked the question and I've scrolled down a little bit.
Yeah.
It does say that it'll be on social media and also.
Bagnell School mentioned that they were sending, the Bagnell School, when they were sending flyers home with the kids.
Yeah.
So I thought, well, okay, marketing is marketing, right?
User budget, so it's,
300.
it's the budget. That's how we put it out.
We're doing some little marketing too.
Any other questions on this one at this point? So this is a request from the Langley Adams Library. And this is a project that an art table coming together. The request is $1,950. They're estimating 250 people. And it does seem that this primarily serves K through 12.
Yeah.
That was for this stats.
So we can, okay.
You know, maybe I'll, maybe I'll ask Helmy that question if they can repeat a request every year.
So this would include several events actually, right?
Yeah, it looks like it's an entire summer.
Yeah.
Reunion. I know, I believe they ran, I mean, here it says they ran. I think I remember hearing about this last year. It sounds like they had 190 people, take part last year, and they're covering 250 this year.
Yeah.
So it looks like, if I'm reading this correctly, are they looking to fund two particular parts of the program with this? It looks like you called out a
Oh,
specific
I
part.
see, yeah, I see, yeah.
Well, it looks like they're submitting grants to other places Friends of the Library, they're looking for $200. And also, they're submitting a request to the Board of Trustees, Library Trustees, for another $700. So they are going outside of what they want from us, but it's still a lot of money, $19.50.
Salaries, the rhythm show, guy gets $1,200 to show up.
Yeah, really.
It's not bad.
Any other questions on this one for now?
Has anybody ever heard Wicked Good Henna? Has anybody ever heard of that? I was trying to figure out what that was. Wicked Good Henna.
Two?
Look them up.
Old fashioned.
Which one are you?
I don't know, it wasn't important enough for me to look it up. I just thought it's a strange thing. I don't know, Wicked Good Henna, old fashioned, like game supplies.
Any other questions?
Oh, yeah, that's where I heard that.
What is it?
It's like a henna, it's like a henna tattoo. It's like a,
Oh, isn't that beautiful? Oh, yeah, I know people who do that, actually.
Is that part of this?
Yeah, well, that's what they're asking. They're asking a grant proposal from the Board of the Trustees for funding of Wicked Good Henna. Jeez. All right.
Any other questions on this one?
No. Oh, yeah, this one.
So this looks like some sort of talk or presentation.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I'm very skeptical of this one. If he's doing that kind of meaningful work, why is he looking for a grant from the Arts Council?
salaries, fees, open promotion, equipment.
It does also sound like someone who would be
Some companies.
Yeah,
They say this in
yeah. I'm so glad you said that. Because I was rolling my eyes as I was reading this.
Any other questions on this one? There's a request by environmental Construct Band. Rolling Day celebration performance. Starting at $50. Five.
How many people did they say? That seems awful little for Groveland Day.
Hmm?
Yeah, it seems a little light for Groveland Day.
Is that well-attended?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I don't have kids, so I don't usually go to places, I don't usually attend stuff
They have all
like
sorts
that.
of vendors that sell all different types of merchandise.
Yeah,
Yeah, not just for
Swag.
kids.
Swag, events, food vendors.
Yeah.
Pretty big event.
Oh,
I've been
Some of the
here,
local artists go down there and sell their works.
yeah, I've been here since '86, I've never been to that event.
You're missing out. Really?
Well, maybe this year will be the year I go.
So it looks like they're looking to come and present a concert. Do we,
That would be a first.
what's that?
That'd be a first.
I was gonna say, I would,
So you're liking this one?
I think the only question I would have is,
The amount?
are they, well, not the amount so much, but, have they already been in contact? Because there's a whole committee that runs Groveland Day,
Yeah.
right? So are they just
Oh.
asking for this kind of
See if it's,
in lieu of being
a-
part of the actual event, or
Yeah.
have they already been, in conversation about taking part in Groveland Day and just trying to fund their performance, which.
that's a good point.
Who's running the so who's in charge of that?
Lisa Carpenter still running that?
She is. What about any information on the additional tabs? Will that give us some more information on that? Okay.
Should we ask Lisa Carpenter's opinion on this, or is that allowed?
I think you can contact people and talk to them, yes.
I would just be more curious if they're kind of,
Already on the
like,
wagon.
right, to be part of the event, you know what I mean? Like, if
Does-
they're already
does-
planning for it and they're just trying to fund it, I think that would be good information to have.
Yeah, does anyone know Lisa Carpenter?
Probably, Jason.
I'm gonna ask Rebecca.
I mean, I do know that, the Groveland Day event has been growing year over year, and we've been trying to add more.
Well, I think it's, in general, I think it's one of the worthwhile requests.
They haven't had, I don't think historically they've had any type of larger music.
It's like we've had some bands, like
Yeah.
3 or 4 pieces of bands.
As we become more familiar with this website, it looks like you can add notes and stuff like that. So we can transcribe.
But I did notice when I was on it, trying to access the same thing you were, it wouldn't let me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it said another member is accessing the information right now.
Oh, okay.
So this is the next one, the Methuen Comprehensive Grammar School making a request. They're asking for $950 for curious creatures for an event to take place in trees.
Mhm. They bring animals into the classroom.
That's sure growing much,
Yeah, that is my one question about this one, is the person that was kind of understand the ties of the building.
I don't see one.
I know somebody held an event with Curious Creatures down at the Pines.
Yeah,
Where?
Down at the Pines.
they've done them over at VZ too, had them out there
Yeah.
for certain events.
Okay.
Looks like this one is specifically.
For
Methuen.
Methuen, yeah, which I'd say.
That's odd.
Any specific questions on this one, or otherwise?
No, I don't wanna, I wouldn't spend any more time on it.
So this one is Newburyport Chamber Music Festival. $200 for the Newburyport Chamber Music Summer Festival. Cities and towns in the greater Newburyport area, 1,000 people.
Well, I thought it was interesting that their total budget was like 27,500, and they're looking for $200. I mean, you know, but again, it has nothing to do with Groveland. I mean, I don't see any connection unless we know somebody who's running the puppet show or... Hmm?
This would be low on my list of choices.
Yeah.
I wouldn't sc-
On to the
totally
next.
mix it, but
This is Newburyport Film Festival.
And same question, it's a great event. They're only looking for 600, but it really doesn't benefit Groveland directly.
Kind of in the same boat right now.
Yeah,
Especially given that we have a number of requests from within the town already.
exactly.
they're fairly large,
Yeah, some of them are pretty big. I was kind of
Usually the film
surprised.
festivals, don't they charge admission fees for the
They most
films?
certainly do.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I actually went to one of theirs. And, yeah, we paid.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
it looks like there's a ticket price.
Yeah, there
per
is.
person.
yep.
Being on line 12. I go to the firehouse fairly often.
What?
I go to the firehouse fairly often in Newburyport. There's a lot of great shows there.
Yeah, they do, yeah.
Is that the Chamber Music?
No,
Oh.
the firehouse.
The film festival, yeah.
Oh, the film festival? I thought that was at the screening room.
That would probably be,
No?
they have a large theater there in the firehouse.
Oh, okay.
All right. Any other questions on this one?
Hmm.
No?
No.
This is by an organization called Onstage. They are looking for $500 for a project called Classic Stories in the Open, family-friendly theater performance.
Mm.
Is this the one that happens in Watchley?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's been a yearly thing too.
800 people, 200
Did they usually get approved?
I remember in the past, we occasionally would give them a partial of what they asked for if we had extra money.
Okay. Because, again, well,
This is almost, I mean, from when I was on the cultural council, this is almost twice the number of applications we had. We usually had 12 to 13 to 15. I don't think we ever had quite 22.
word gets out.
Yeah, word gets out. People start asking.
These are something we charge for. I know we're kind of just giving you one source of chance.
Yeah.
Any other questions on this one?
Not really. I would raise the same issue. How does it benefit Groveland?
Yeah, they-
Unless a lot of the kids in the audience are participating. Who's going?
Next one, open air sculpture here. $300 for a sculpture that's not in park. That's Freedom Park Newburyport, 2,600 people. We're not, they're asking for 300.
Okay, this one I had to recuse myself from because I participated in the show.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I made a note of that. And also Jen Hool. Okay.
I'll leave the room if you guys want to talk about it, it's okay.
No, no, although
Yeah,
we,
that's
we
why we're
could,
just-
we could
yeah.
ask you a question that we don't get to ask anybody else. What it made you ask for the grant, how were you encouraged, or?
No, I didn't ask for the grant. I mean, it's just a show that I participated in.
Oh,
I
okay.
have sculpture out
So
there.
you weren't part of that group?
No.
Oh, okay.
No,
Oh,
but, so I would be biased.
Yes, when you participate in a show, you want it to keep going.
And it will, I think, you know. I mean,
Any questions on this one at this point?
no. Let's move forward.
Kentucky Fine and Performing Arts Foundation. I don't know what's the name, so this- Product information, so this is for the Makers Market. Taking place at the United Center Artists Cook Place.
Oh,
This is 23, yeah.
Does anyone know how that works? If we have someone that requested a grant, right, I don't know if you can see.
In arrears?
We haven't approved, yeah, kind of, we haven't approved it yet.
I don't know, maybe they just didn't change the date on it. Because they always do that one in December.
Right.
Yeah.
what does this say?
It's the
So
Makers
the
Market.
event took place on December 2nd, 2000.
Oh, yeah, they can ask for reimbursement,
Oh, they can't, okay.
yeah.
I think, yeah, one of the first 2 or 3 had a date in 2023 as well, I
Yeah.
think.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, they come back and ask,
I just wasn't sure
yeah,
how
I
that
don't
worked.
remember which one.
no, that I know.
So this is for probably Maker Market,
Yeah.
Maker's Market, local artists, craftsmen, artisans.
What is the money they're applying for going to go towards? Because I know they charge a fee for each one of the tables for the artists there.
And do they, I don't know if they specified that.
Oh, okay, so it's right there, yeah. Space
So this is
rental.
their overall budget. So they're asking for 500? 500, this is their overall budget for them to space at DC. What's up, DC? Posting flyers, lighting on the tables, speaking microphones, decorations. So this is the total budget. A quarter of their project cost is around
Mm.
We do have other sources of money from other
Yeah.
places.
Another LCCs?
Okay, sources of projection. Any other questions on this one?
No, I don't think so.
Smith, and this is for afternoon draft number 3, $250. In May, taking part in Boston, Worcester, Old South Church, Boston.
Mechanics Hall in Worcester.
Yeah, really, and one in the Old South Church in Boston.
People, so it's set up to appeal to energy musicians from across Massachusetts.
Mm-hmm.
And come back to what is the time of going, not to say we don't have people that might want to
Yeah, I
participate.
mean, there might be some high school kids or something.
Maybe someone wants to
Yeah, but
perform, who knows?
It's a pretty long shot.
This is a very small part of it, much larger budget.
Yeah, I was gonna mention that, they, look at the size of their overall budget, it's huge.
I apologize if I'm scrolling too fast.
No, that's
Sorry.
okay.
There is a flyer here that we can review with nice, some additional information.
Take a look at that.
on to the next, or does anyone have questions about this?
How much did they want for this one?
I believe they were looking for
250.
250.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Well, if they were having it at VZ Park, that would be great.
I guess it really depends whether or not they've got in touch with the Pawtucket Music.
Yeah.
Right, are they trying to basically fund somebody from Kentucky or locally going to?
Well, it would have been advantageous to them to mention that, but I don't see any,
Yeah, I don't think
Link.
anything specific on
I think it would have been in the application information if they put it in at all.
yeah.
I'm looking to see. Any other questions on this one?
No.
So this is the producer.
Oh, yeah, this is actually an interesting concept here it's mostly for kids, it serves kids. And it's a musical instrument, you borrow, instead of buying an instrument, if you can't afford it, you borrow it, they lend it to you. It's like a lending musicians, instrument lending musicians, primarily kids. And they don't have to be performing in any particular place to borrow from there. But again, you know, they're not looking for a lot of money, really, and they want to motivate kids and young people to get into more music. They're based out of Hamilton, so that's the only
it. Yeah.
the only negative about this one. You know, unless we know kids in Groveland are taking advantage of some of these programs like this one, and,
Yeah, it sounds like an interesting program.
yeah, it is,
I'm
it
not
is.
Sure how we tie it in.
Yeah, well, we can't, really.
Information further down this project.
Because if they were in contact with the school music programs,
They are, and they also do after school, they're also giving students who are involved in after-school programs as well.
For something like this, for me, I'd like to see, have something here, they already talked with, have they engaged with Pentucket, have they?
Exactly.
have they-
Up to the
have they
library.
Yeah.
The library, you know,
Yeah.
talk about
yeah.
that
Yeah.
they have a presence in schools and libraries, but
Well, you know, and I would guess they're also in poor neighborhoods,
sure.
not in well-to-do communities.
You have an info sheet here.
Okay, yeah. I might take a look at that and see if I can contact them and find out
Okay.
what the connection is. All right, on to the next. Let's see.
This one is being requested by the town of Groveland. For pumpkin fest.
Oh, yeah.
And this was for last year, so October 19th. 2020. I'm going to excuse myself from this one because the recreation committee was involved in some discussions around this project, so
Okay.
I'll sort of scroll through as you guys want to look at it.
So did they actually carve the pumpkins on site here, or just drive by and see it?
Yeah, I think they do.
The
No.
community,
No?
They don't?
They bring them already carved. They did have pumpkins
Oh,
here that the
okay.
kids could paint,
Okay.
but there was no carving on site.
Oh,
I know
yeah.
that sometimes they'll have food, they had popcorn, Mark Rental brought a screen and his projector, they showed a little kid movie, they had a live band playing.
yeah. We happened to
Pony
be
rides.
at,
It was
Pony
really
rides.
busy.
Yeah.
It was so busy at one point that the police were getting a little concerned about the amount of traffic. It
I was
was,
talking about
yeah.
yeah. We were at Town Hall, this was after the whole celebration thing, after the Pumpkin Fest, and Steve was walking by, he had a bin on wheels, huge, just filled with the pumpkins, filled with them.
Nice, yeah.
They were all carved, and actually, we took about 4 or 5 of them home. He offered them to us, because the deer eat them, if you put them in your backyard.
Oh, sure, oh, yeah, yeah.
The deer and the other critters.
Lots of, yeah, I was gonna say lots
So,
of critters will get out.
And, yeah, we took about, I think, 4 or 5 of them, and there was absolutely nothing left by the time the wildlife was done with them. So, and they were pretty good, the carvings themselves were decent. Yeah, they were decent.
Judging, so.
Yeah,
the public gets to vote.
yeah,
That was like, yeah, we always took the kids to like that when they were younger. Yeah, they loved it.
yeah.
That's always a good time.
Any other questions on this one?
Okay, now that one, again, my only concern about this one is that it's a $2,000 ask. So, well, I suppose we don't have to give them the full 2,000, but
Yeah.
I thought that was kind of high for pumpkins.
It's all about the number of people that
Attend?
attend. How many people can you serve? The biggest bang for your dollar.
I'll get that.
Did that mention how many people that was
Yeah, I'm
serving?
just gonna go back to that one, so I jumped ahead.
'Cause I think-
I think the number that we have is
350, yeah.
Yeah,
Does it say like what specifically it was, like, what it's for?
So this is their, oh, okay.
And that'll be for next year.
mm-hmm, yes,
Or is it, well, yeah, I've got it for 2023, so maybe it's a reimbursement
I just checked.
for. Oh, okay.
It's gonna be used for next year.
Okay.
Okay.
and the last one, are we done with the Pumpkin Fest?
The last one is from, this is for 100 years of Boston comedy. 20, taking place in 2024, contingent on grant process. Trying to host that program in the Adams Library for about 20 people. They're asking $250.
No cost to attendees. National Sense of Boston. There was a list of names, oh yeah, see, all the comedians that they're that they are part of the history, from Fred Allen all the way up to, does anybody know who Zwi is? Am I even saying that correctly? Zwi?
It doesn't sound familiar, no.
No.
Bo Burnham is a local kid. He went to St. John's Prep.
Yeah, I'm done at Conan O'Brien.
targeting people who are interested in history and comedy. It's a free program.
I would do that one. That's inexpensive, and it's at the library, and it's free. I would vote yes on that
Well, what I
one.
think about that one too is it may appeal to a different audience.
Different
Oh,
audience,
yeah.
It's pretty interesting.
I hope they market it well.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point, because was there anything in there about that, with that?
Well, if it's at the library, they would at least put it on the board out front.
Yeah. Tell Laurel.
So it looks like.
She'll get it out
The
there.
library and then social media.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Now that they had, it does not say if there's like, it looks like they've approached the library for.
Yeah, so it doesn't seem like it's confirmed yet, but
So I think it's all right.
it's a first step anyway.
You think it's worthwhile
I think the library would
asking
be-
the library?
The library would be more than willing to do it, I'm sure. They're always looking for programs.
Maybe I wonder if I should ask Laurel about that. Do you think it would be worthwhile?
Hey, you can ask them and see what they think.
And that was number 22. I'm gonna go back and read this.
That's okay.
Twenty-two on my list, okay, yeah, so.
You're keeping me honest.
Yep.
It does look like I can export this list into a PDF, or Excel spreadsheet
Yeah.
here, with this export. So maybe I could send that out after that.
That'd be awesome.
Just so we had one page.
Now, when do we have to submit this? By the 17th?
By the 17th, it has to be submitted. So, I mean, maybe we could have another meeting and just vote on these.
Yeah.
See if we've discussed them, think them over, and see what the
Yeah,
vote
I'd go
comes.
through the list and just make a list of your number one choices, your number two choices, and then start adding up
Oh,
the
that's a
budgets
good
to see
idea.
what you got.
Right.
That's a good
what-
idea.
what I
And
if we can do partial funding, I mean.
Yes,
Yeah.
especially on some of the larger ones, and we know that they have some other funding. I
Sure.
think that's reasonable to look at as an option, if we can't fund the whole thing, but we like the project.
And I mean, are we certain that we can do that? We can give them a portion of what they ask for, or is it?
Pretty sure, but.
Okay, we could probably ask,
We can-
what's
yeah.
his name?
Yeah.
From the cultural council.
Oh, Galmy. Yeah. Yeah. And again, I don't know if you were here, but he is an incredible resource. I would have quit day two if it weren't for him.
Oh, oh, yeah, the contact that you mentioned there on the,
Mhm.
I guess I would ask the question, since you've both been on the board in the past, and historically, have we tried to fund the programs that are taking part in Groveland or based in Groveland first, and then if there's anything left?
That's
kinda go from
usually,
there, or-
yeah.
I never served on this council,
Okay.
so I don't really know,
That's
but
what
that
we
was
used
just
to do,
my
and that's
personal
always been one of
opinion.
my focuses is making sure that we spend as much of the money here as we can serving Groveland residents and just their money, basically.
Yeah, and I wonder, I
Community.
asked that question because I wonder, we have 22
Yeah.
applications, and I
Yeah.
think maybe 7 or 8 of those were Groveland.
And actually, a couple of the Groveland ones were pretty high.
Right, so I'm wondering if there's a way that we could get partial funding, maybe we can give something to those Groveland programs, and, again, benefit the community.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of the way I used to think about it, is when I went through all the applications, I would look and see which ones were benefiting directly into Groveland. And then some of them, like some of the theater groups and stuff, might be peripherally benefiting
Sure,
people
people
from
that are taking
Groveland.
part
Yeah,
or attending.
and stuff. And it depended on how much money we had, because I mean, some years we had $5,000, some years we had $9,000.
Sure.
Yeah, we have about 6,800 this year, so
I think we have 9,
9? Oh, that would be even better.
because I think it's box 6.
Yeah,
I think box 4 is what we received in.
Okay.
You're right.
That one's at the end, okay. So
Okay, so that's
that gives
even
us a little
better.
leeway.
Yeah.
And I think what everybody's looking for will total $20,749.
Yeah, of course. So there are going to be a few cuts.
Oh, yeah, this is-
So that's the 9,034
Plus the
then?
other two.
is-
Yeah.
That's what we have?
That's what we have to spend.
I exported it.
Okay.
But I wonder, though, to that point though, Jason, I wonder if we kind of focus on the Groveland-based requests. You know, that's obviously going to make that 20,000 much less, so are we in the ball, you know, are we?
It might be in the ballpark, you know, you
Yeah.
start adding up, 15, 25,
do what Jason was
45, 65.
You need to reshare?
Not yet, I'm gonna just bring up that spreadsheet.
Okay,
So I'm guessing we need to meet again.
yeah,
Yeah.
to actually vote. It's 6:30 now.
We're going to do this next
Um,
week at the same time, or?
I just have to look at my calendar. I think,
Monday's a holiday, right?
Martin Luther King's Day, Tuesday's gonna be the Board of Selectmen meeting,
Okay,
so.
We have to
The
do
one
it
that
by
comes
the
today.
How does like everyone feel about like maybe a little bit later start on it?
yeah, I'm pretty, as long as the weather is okay, I don't have a lot of restriction on my
The
time.
only issue though, there's a Board of Selectmen meeting Tuesday night, right?
Yeah.
So we need to
So
have.
that's,
So next week, or
Yeah,
Wednesday,
but we
is
have
the
to meet by
17th.
Wednesday, so.
Yeah, the 17th is the day it's
So we
due.
either have to.
yeah, might leave myself a little bit more space in that. Tuesday's not good, right?
And Monday's a holiday.
Monday's,
Oh, yeah.
Just do
so,
Thursday this week, after the
We
movie.
wouldn't have enough time to post. We have to have 48 hours to post
Post
the
it.
meeting.
Oh, I see.
So we need Friday.
the 12th?
When are
Just have to
they?
get the agenda over to Beth so she can post it.
First thing tomorrow.
Okay, who's the secretary? Who's doing that now? Dave?
I think that's me.
Yeah.
That's me, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So what do I have to do?
I think they've changed the system a little bit, like when I was looking to set up here. First, I had to email Rebecca
Yeah,
to clear the date and the time. And once she said, okay, you're booked, then I had to go back and email Beth, thank you, with a copy of the agenda.
okay.
And
That's for
she
the
was,
next
she
meeting
was,
you're talking about.
yes, so she was
But you're gonna put the agenda together, that's gonna look, you can just.
similar. She was
just like
actually
this, and the only
kind
agenda
enough
item
to
I'm
put
gonna
this
imagine is
together
gonna be
from,
to vote on
she,
these.
she actually,
I have the,
Yeah.
I can send, I have the template from it's the same template that rec committee uses, so I can send you the blank template if you need it.
Okay, I mean, this looks pretty
It just would
straightforward.
have to get to her by tomorrow for us to meet on Friday. Right? Because we have to get 48 hours.
yeah, yeah. So,
Okay, so, the next meeting that we're gonna have is this coming Friday then, is that what we're saying?
the 12th.
Ooh.
Ooh,
What time?
ooh.
I don't know, I'm flexible on time.
Friday, I mean, theoretically works better because I get out of work earlier on Fridays.
I just realized I have something Friday. Well, if we met early, I just have to be somewhere at like 6:50, but it's right down the street.
So.
I'm open.
4:30?
Jason's out.
It works for me.
Yeah, I could do 4 if that works for you. 4, 4:30, I mean, we should be able to go through them pretty quickly.
I
Yeah,
think most of the decisions are by the time we get here.
Yeah.
It's just
Just
collating and voting.
Yes, everybody be prepared to to vote,
Yea or nay?
yea or nay.
let me see, let me just look over here.
So Friday's the 12th,
How
right?
about, is 5 o'clock okay with, I mean, I don't want to be the only sort of stick in the mud, but I mean, it's just,
I actually have,
I think we could probably go.
the only thing I wanted to do that day
As long
was,
as I could get out of here about 6:05, I would be fine.
yeah,
Okay.
I'll get on the site and, you know, really look everything over and,
I'll export the list and just send it out to everybody.
Awesome.
That would be wonderful.
Okay.
And I can send you the agenda form if you need. Do you have it, or I can send you?
No, I don't have
I
anything.
have the agenda
Yeah.
Okay.
No, Beth was kind enough to do this because I was out of commission. My printer was not working, so she did this for me.
Okay, so again, I need to email Rebecca with like a proposed time.
Yeah, just tell her
Of the
that
meeting.
we would like to have our meeting Friday, the date at 5 o'clock. Now, town hall is closed on Friday, right?
form. We can get a,
Can we get in?
I think so.
Yeah, all you gotta do is go to the police station, ask for the key.
Okay. Yeah. I think my partner has a key, or she can get the key from them too, but I'd rather not involve her.
Yeah, it's not an issue. We can get the key. Any one of us can go to the police station and ask for it.
All right.
They'll just check your ID, tell you what to, tell them what it's for, and you return at the end of the night.
Go to jail.
Yeah. They come knocking on your door.
Or worse, they show up at your house. Yeah, so then you just email Rebecca. She'll say, okay, you're all booked. And then you'll email or see Beth. And she'll take the agenda and set the meeting.
And really, all it's gonna be is the second two items on the agenda are any considered
Yeah.
request for 2024, and
Yeah.
votes may be taken,
Yeah.
and then change the date,
Yeah.
and that's really
Do we have to submit minutes for this meeting?
Yes.
Okay,
what we have.
okay. And you've got that? Dave, what's that?
Oh, what,
Minutes for
Minutes?
tonight's meeting.
We don't need those by the next meeting.
I have to send those to Rebecca.
Beth.
Beth.
Beth gets the minutes.
10 minutes
But we have to-
to Beth.
And Beth is so easy to work with. She's very helpful, very, very helpful.
List out the officers that were elected, and then we
Yeah.
discussed the grants, and that was it.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's pretty much the minutes.
It's a discussion of the requests. We did that.
It can be that
And we met in Gret.
Brief, yeah.
straightforward.
Yeah, it's one of the reasons why they record them.
Right, because they're recorded.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't have to be detailed.
As,
Yeah.
In fact, she was the one who put the votes may be taken on the line. She made that line. That wasn't me.
Oh, okay.
Like I said, she's very helpful. Good.
I will bring my laptop next time in case we can sort of join the.
Good idea.
Yeah, because we submit everything online now.
Yeah, well, you know, and that's actually probably easier.
I'm sure it is, because we used to have to write letters to each individual
Oh,
applicant.
you know, I didn't want to ask Elmy about that. After we submit it online, then what?
Kind of vague on now what happens. but
Okay.
we used to have to send each applicant either saying they got the grant, or if they didn't get the grant. If they didn't get the grant, there had to be some accompanying documentation about why. So,
Oh,
I'm not
geez,
sure if
yeah.
that's still the same or not, but
Well, he'll
see if I
tell
can
me.
find out about that.
Decisions.
And I will, I'll send out that, I think I have everyone's email, so I'll just send out that export this evening.
Okay. That's great. Am I missing anything?
You are, we all are.
Well, don't count on that. Don't ever count on that. Always feel free to question me about anything.
To adjourn.
Okay. I second.
I'll make the motion to adjourn
Oh,
at 6:34.
34.
Yeah, okay. Oh, yeah.
They're all in favor?
aye.